Good day, fellas. I hope you're ready for your daily dose of skill. Today we are going to play with my favorite top 3 tier 9 medium tanks, not including special tanks or a premium tanks, as an example, not including Object or Charfutur or Kapazander. Right? This is all I am going to tell you, and now, without further ado, let's teleport straight into the action and let's have some fun, shall we? And the first on the list we have Skoda T50. Absolutely magnificent of the creature. 20-second reload, and after that you have 3 in the magazine for 320 alpha damage to spank literally everyone who is moving. Absolutely phenomenal vehicle, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. This tank is a solid banana out of 10 for me, and I love it with all my heart. So let's try to make this beautiful thing work. And the first things first, what do we want to do? We want to take the position here, right? We want to spank everyone crossing if obviously we have a chance. Map itself is not that ideal, speaking about the mountain pass, but I believe we are going to make it work without bigger problems whatsoever. So, speaking about the problems, my man. Yeah, this is what this tank is all about. I love it with all my heart, fellas. Make a mistake and butts, and you are doomed instantly. There is no way anyone can do anything for us, right? Obviously, not everything is ideal about this vehicle. And by saying this, I mean this tank doesn't have armor, right? We need to keep this in mind. It is super important to highlight. So, if anyone is going to hit you, more likely you are going to take damage. And once again, if you are a newer player in the world of tanks, this is quite a journey, and this is quite a hard thing to deal with, and not everyone knows how to play with the tanks which has no armor whatsoever. As an example, this guy is in the middle of the field, right? And what that means he is dead. Simple as this. Mistake. He made a mistake, and there is absolutely nothing what he can do about this to fix it. It's just game over for him. That's the honest truth. Meanwhile, we have the T30 sniping from the back, and at this point we are trying to figure out what we're supposed to do. We can only witness this gentleman dying. There is nothing what we can change about this. He's dead meat. He got twice tracked. That's it. Go buy a turret, my man. That's all there is to say about this situation, and once again, unfortunate, but it happens for the best of us, right? Mistakes was made by this gentleman. Meanwhile, oh, look at this beauty. How not to love it? How not to love this tank, fellas? How not to love this vehicle? Just opening your eyes and searching for enemy mistakes and for enemy stupidity. There is nothing better than this. Anyways, I believe I am describing my love for this tank, and I believe it makes sense what I am saying, fellas. Well, at least I hope it does. Meanwhile, what we are going to do, we are going to wait until this T30 will make a mistake. I got spotted. That was a bit of the problem. I cannot change it. Unfortunately, I cannot change it. I can wait until he will shoot or something, but that's about it. Actually, this guy, he has no targets over there, so it is going to be quite a challenge to say that. Oh, yop, tararai. TNH will never pick this corner again the same way as he did before. Oi, 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 oi. Unlucky, what can I say? Okay, let's see. Maybe we have a chance to spot this T30 somehow. I have an idea. How about if I would go like this and I would spot him? My assisting damage, and now we are just simply farming him. Doesn't really matter. I'm taking one for the team. Katka! I don't know, can you hear that from the background, but Katita is going full cat mode and she is running around and she is meowing. Okay. How to deal with them now? Do I want to make hardcore pressure? First of all, probably, you know what, I'm going for it. This might be very bad idea, I hope it is not, but this might be a bad idea. Also, one more thing, I am going to load the gold ammunition for Mr. Badger, and at this point I am going to approach enemies in a bit different manner and in a bit different way, if you know what I mean. We are going to drop down just like so, and we are going to say hello for a Badger. That is very important thing for us to do and to say, fellas. There is still quite a bit of the things for us to do. We still can, and we still will, punish enemies every single time whenever they are doing something silly and something stupid. I am fine, and now we are on the reload. Beautiful game. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, game is not so beautiful at this point because we have a light tank. I think light tank will hit us once again, and after that I will be able to clip him out. So we are kind of alright, but not that much, if I can say so, because I just needed to take one for the team, which is a bit sad thing, but oh well. It's fine. And now T95. Now the question is, will we be able to get a couple of shots or not? One more shot. Okay, that's fine. Look, I am feeling extremely happy about this game. I think we played this battle to perfection, and considering what kind of abilities we had or what kind of opportunities we had, I think we made this tank work very, very well. So in a nutshell, how are you playing with a Skoda T50 or even tier 10 TVP? You are just simply searching for enemy mistakes. If enemies are making one mistake, you are just saying, "Come to me, daddy," and then you are spanking him like there is no tomorrow. Beautiful game. 3,700 damage, 1,000 assisting damage. That was also good peak sideways, right? Just to spot T30. That was very, very nice. We are having a Sniper Schnitzel award, which is all the time welcome and all the time nice, right? And we finished on top by the experience, and we finished third by the damage, which is completely fine. Plus on top of that, we made a bit of the profits as well. Such a beautiful, magnificent creature. Thank you very much, Skoda. And now let's go for seconds. Second tank in the list, E50. Yes, you hear that right. I love E50, and I love E50 more than Leo Pata. Who could expect that, fellas? So what do we have? We have Ensk. We are fighting against the tier 8, so we are top dog in the field, so that could mean we are going to smash someone, aka ram someone to death. This tank is absolutely phenomenal vehicle overall. It has okay armor, it has godlike gun handling. The gun handling of this vehicle is absolutely amazing, and this tank is able to do many, many bad things for enemies. Truly, one of the best, and one, I would even say, I would even go as far as to say, as one of the most underrated vehicles. Not everything is so nice and not everything is so good though. By saying this, I need to highlight this tank has Kaku standard penetration. 230 is not good. So that's why you are going to see many that's why you are going to see many people shooting gold ammunition with this tank, right? You need to keep this in mind. It is always pleasure to me to meet you in the game, fellas. Believe me, it is always pleasure, and if you are up for a dance, I am here for you. So speaking about the ammunition and speaking about the gun, right? Standard ammunition 230 and gold ammunition 270. For example, if we are comparing this against the Leopata or against Centurion 7/1, the standard penetration has as much penetration as this tank gold. So this is very important thing to highlight, and just to say, not everything is so ideal, to say that the least, right? It is important thing to say, fellas, and I truly want to highlight this. Scorpion. Okay. My man, we need to move back. We need to move back. We must move back. I don't want to push him, but we must move, because otherwise we are going to sit in very, very deep kaku hole. Excuse me? Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, my man. You are absolutely amazing. Thank you. Oh, that was close. At this point, we are thinking about how to flank the enemies and how to make sure they will regret their life choices. That's what we are thinking at this point, fellas. Not the easiest thing to do, but definitely doable. Meanwhile, Scorpion is sitting in the same position. We are spanking Scorpion and we are making him go down to one-shottable. That is very nice. Soon, enemy heavy tanks will get super involved, fellas. Oh, such a beautiful blind shot, my man. Such a beautiful blind shot. Ooh, make daddy proud. Obviously, that is a very, very, very nice play by our gentleman. At this point, I think I am going to go ham on the gold ammunition. At least that's what I want to believe. We are going to spank this E75, and now we are playing, fellas. At this point, we are playing. Meanwhile, I'm paying attention at the guy who is trying to flank our object, and obviously we are trying to help him as much as we physically and possibly can. That is very important thing to say. Meanwhile, E75 is not paying attention. That means he's in the garage. Next victim is going to be this IS-3. I see the Skoda, but he is not paying that much attention, so that means we can get way more involved into all of this. Now there is a bad thing, this ISU. I hope he's not looking at us, and clearly he is. That is a bit of the sad of the hit points loss, but once again, unfortunately we cannot change absolutely anything there. Now we need to start eliminating enemy guns. It is super important thing to say. Not easy to do, but we need to get involved somehow. Otherwise we are going to have many problems, fellas. Now the question is, oh, he just fired, so that is very good. And we are just going sideways for him. I need to eliminate him from the game, fellas. That is important. Next victim is going to be this IS-3. Since he is down to fartable, IS-3 is down. Excellent. At this point, ISU is going to be very angry, fellas. I can promise you that. ISU is going to be super angry. That is fine. That is fair. I just simply need to take one. And now we are farming. Well, farming to the certain extent, right? If everything will go well... Uh-oh. Fine, I was about to say if everything will go well, we are going to eliminate the ISU from the game, but it is not the case. Anyways, you cannot win them all, fellas, and I think we played pretty good considering what is the situation over there, right? Enemy team was way stronger. Obviously, this is a typical Ensk battle when the things are not going that well. Unfortunately, once again, for our team, enemies played better, they were stronger, and we are taking this defeat with a pride. Good game and beautiful dance as well. So looking into all of this, 5,000 damage, 300 assisting damage, we are top by the damage, and we are top by experience as well. Kudos to you, you beautiful, magnificent mother trucker. Teeth Jack, pleasure to meet you, my man. And in the same time, we made quite a bit of the profits, but once again, I did not spam at full gold, even though you should if you are playing with this tank. It's just how the tank is behaving overall, right? Beautiful game. Anyways, last but not least, and as you can see, we have a standard B. I was truly thinking, do I want to play with two auto-loaders, AK TVP and standard B? But if it is my favorite tank, what I supposed to do? It is absolutely magnificent vehicle, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Looking into all of this, this tank has auto-reloader, so that means you can shoot one by one if you want to. You have 360 alpha damage, you have extremely good penetration. AK, the same penetration as E50 would have with gold. And if you are willing to shoot the gold, you have 3000 P30 penetration as well, all the way slower shell velocity. If it is not enough, you can load high explosives and you can penetrate tanks like Lorraine and whoever else. So this is extremely strong thing as well, and definitely worth to highlight. In other words, for me this vehicle is pretty much perfect, and it is kind of made for me as a bushwanker in a way, right? Now, can you play with this tank aggressively? Absolutely, yes, you can. You can be aggressive in the front line, as you are seeing us doing now, but in the same time you need to keep this in mind. If enemies knows, well, if enemies will hit you, they will penetrate you, right? There is no other way around it. You are not going to block any shells unless, hear me out, unless you are going to be lucky, because I know we will have a person who said, Skill, 3 days ago I bounced a shot. Yeah, you can bounce if you are lucky, but you cannot do that reliably and often, you know? It just happens once in a while. Such a beautiful vehicle, fellas, such a beautiful vehicle. I am, you know, whenever I am doing videos like this, whenever I am playing with my favorite vehicles and everything, I am feeling like I am flying, you know? This is how much I enjoy it. Okay. Beautiful shot. Can we get one more? That was pretty poor shot by me, so I cannot complain whatsoever about this. Okay. We will need to figure out how we can eliminate this object 777 from the game eventually. I hope this gentleman will try to make pressure like this. And if he is going to do that, we are going to have a blast. Literally a blast. Meanwhile, he's kind of side-scrapping here on the corner. Interesting. Once again, a bit of the misplay by Mr. Lorraine. It was definitely a mistake. Mistakes were made, fellas. Okay. How I could say hello for this object 777? This is the question. Or maybe I can keep him as a reserve in a way to deal with him a bit later on. And now maybe it would be better to say hello for this IS-3 sitting here in the open field. Because I have a feeling we can easily clip him. That would be 1, absolutely amazing. That would be 2, very good. And that would be 3. Excellent, beautiful clip. We did everything properly. We said hello for him. He had nowhere to escape, and in the same time, let's get real, maybe he did not even pay attention what is happening, right? And this is a very nasty angle. Not many people knows about it. Now, speaking about the situation, I would easily say our team is winning this game, right? And by saying our team is winning this game, I mean enemies have no chance to do absolutely anything about this. This is exactly what I am saying. And now, fellas, we are going to say hello for this object. Oh, naughty piglet. Naughty piglet. Nice high explosives, my man. But I have a feeling this high explosive wasn't for me. I have a feeling that high explosive was for Iron Arnie, because he is kind of down to fartable, so he thought he is going to eliminate him from the game. This is exactly what I think, but I might be very wrong. Who knows? Anyways, we used a bit of our hit points, but it is not a big deal considering our team is winning this game so easily. So at this point we are just trying to get as much use as we physically and possibly can. And if that means we need to go in and try to punish them like there is no tomorrow, this is exactly what we are going to do. We know both of the tank destroyers are sitting here on the corner, that's what we know, and we are going to try to spot them. This is important. So now we are sitting in the bush, and if they are going to shoot someone crossing, and believe me, our guys will start crossing eventually, we are going to be able to get assisting damage and to obviously damage them overall, right? This is what we are looking for, and this is what we need. Now all we need for them is to shoot. Here we go, convoy just fired, beautiful, very, very nice. We are getting a bit of assisting damage from this mother trucker, and at this point we are just getting involved. At this point, enemies cannot do absolutely anything. That's it, game over for the enemies. Beautiful, beautiful game overall. Once again, quite sad, I would say. Enemies had no team in this kind of situation, right? So we could not do even more, because for most of the game, I think we played relatively safe and we did everything properly. So that is a very, very, very good stuff. Beautiful standard B. One more thing which I really want to highlight, since we have a bit of the time now until this game will end. World of Tanks nowadays, whenever you are playing with the tanks which you do not enjoy, is a nightmare. And in the same time, I truly want to highlight this as, if you are playing with the tanks which are out of the meta, maybe you are playing with the stock tanks and you are meeting vehicles like Baza or whatnot, it is absolutely ridiculous what kind of shitty experience you are getting. In other words, smelly experience, right? And I really want to highlight this, I really want to say that out loud, but you know, maybe it's only me. Anyways, 4.4 thousand damage, absolutely amazing performance. 700 assisting damage, that is very, very nice, and I am proud of what we have done and what we achieved. Plus, on top of that, we made plenty of the credits. So we played with the 3 tanks, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Everything went pretty well, and I am proud and I am happy of my top 3 medium tanks. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a great time together with us, and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.